depreciation, certain other notes. Now let's see some more cases where we will understand a little bit more about the implication of depreciation in specific cases. The first one is assets acquired under installment payment. Now in these cases what happened is that there is a person who sells an asset to the buyer. Let's call this as S and this as B. The buyer, what he does is he makes an installment payment to the other party. The ownership of the asset actually comes to this person. Okay, it's just that he makes the installment payment. The ownership, unlike in the case of a lessor and lessee, does not remains with the seller. It goes and rests with the buyer. So in such cases, depreciation will be allowed on the entire purchase price as per the agreement. Okay, so let's say if the price of an asset is 100, under installment payment it's priced at 110, the depreciation will be allowed on 110. Right? So in case of installment payment basis, the depreciation is going to be allowed, okay, on the entire purchase price. Now the second one is that of a hire purchase. Okay. So in case of hire purchase, what happens is, again, there are two parties. This party gives out the asset. The other party takes the asset and makes a payment which is known as hire charges. These hire charges normally comprise of two parts. One is the interest and the other is the principal. Principal towards the payment of the asset amount and interest for the fact that, he hasn't paid the money upfront. Right? So in this case, let's say for example, the asset was 100 and interest is charged at 120. Okay. And this is to be paid in 20 installments. So in every installment, you will be paying 6 rupees. Right? Out of which 5 will be in respect of the asset and 1 will be in respect of the interest. Now you must be wondering, how is this coming? Let me just explain it to you. So let's say 100 is the value of the asset and 20 is the interest which is to be charged in a hire purchase transaction. Right? Now the moment this buyer buys this, let's say the seller said, you have to pay me 20 installments of rupees 6 each. 20 into 6, 120. Right? So every time this person is making a payment of 6 rupees, what he is doing is, he is basically paying rupees 5 towards the principal and 1 towards the interest. So on this entire amount actually, depreciation is allowed. Right? While on this amount, which is interest, this can be claimed as a deduction. Okay? So depreciation will be allowed to the hire purchaser on the amount of cost of assets, and the amount of interest shall be allowed as a revenue expenditure. The last one, depreciation on asset. Depreciation on assets which are not exclusively used for the purpose of business or profession. So let's say for example, a person is running a coffee shop. Okay, he installs a coffee machine which is used 50% of the time for business and balance 50% of the time for personal parties. Okay, this guy is a freak. He wants to have parties all the time. In such a case, if the depreciation has to be allowed on this coffee machine, the question which comes up is whether depreciation, if the machine value is, let's say 1,000, okay, what is the value on which depreciation will be allowed? Right? Now in such cases, depreciation under section 32 is the section which allows depreciation or expenditure mentioned in section 30(31). What was 30? It was the rent, repairs, etc. in respect of building, and this was in respect of plant and machinery or furniture. Okay, so the expenditure on repair, insurance, etc. in respect of this asset, which is not exclusively used for the purpose of business and profession, will be restricted to a proportionate amount which the AO may determine. Okay, so the assessing officer here has the power to decide as to how much is used for the purpose of business and how much for personal purposes, and accordingly he may decrease the amount of allowance or adjust the amount of allowance. Right? No assessing officer is so good that he'll come back and say, look chap, you've charged 50, you are entitled to 100. Right? So depreciation under section 32 shall be restricted to a proportionate amount. Right? Let's move on to the next slide.